Roblox just updated 2D clothing, and it's gonna change the marketplace forever. A lot of people are saying that Roblox killed it, but this is an opportunity for you who's making new Roblox clothing designs. You have to realize that people who own inactive clothing groups that have hundreds of shirts and pants are gonna get deleted overnight. People are still gonna wanna buy clothes, and this is where you can come in. I've made a bunch of clothing from years ago, and over time, they made me thousands of Robux, basically for free. I was at the point where I never have to worry about Robux again. And that's why in this video, I want to show you how you can make clothes easily with free tools you can have in your browser.
So this is the type of shirt we're going to be making. This is what you call a photo bash outfit. Basically taking from an actual image of a shirt and then turning it into a shirt that you can use inside Roblox. Now, I usually just start by going through Pinterest and just looking for inspiration and the type of outfit I want to do. You can look for your own style and just do that, or you can look through the catalog and just search through what's popular and just look for that type of style inside Pinterest. I landed with this hoodie right here. First thing you have to do is you have to copy the image. Then we're gonna go to Gemini. Now you can just use the photo by itself, but I like to use Gemini because it just makes it easier to actually edit it later. First thing you have to do is you have to paste in the photo and then the prompt in my Discord server below, and then you can just take the front prompt and just copy paste that into Gemini. Gemini gave me this photo and it already looks really good. To transfer the design into our Roblox template, we're gonna have to move to photopea, which is a version of Photoshop inside your browser. Now I dragged and dropped this template right here that I got from our Discord server, so you can go down there, download this exact template. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna lock the layer. So right here we're gonna lock the layer so we don't accidentally move it later. And then I'm gonna paste in the photo that I got from Gemini, and from here we just have to scale it down this and just make it fit the torso part of the template. Drag and drop right here, and then we can line it up manually using a warp effect. You can do that by pressing the size and then right clicking and then pressing warp. This lets us basically move it like as if it was a fabric, which is extremely useful for this case. We can just line it up with the template so we can find the center and we are good. Now we can remove the excess parts by basically just selecting this part and then adding in a mask which removes everything else. Now we can also add in our neck hole. Do that, we can just select our mask and then make sure to grab our brush, and then from here we can size it and then make sure our color is set black right here on the bottom, and then just erase it like this, and voila, just like that we've made part of our outfit and it's looking pretty good. We can go one step further and sharpen the photo by going to filter and then for sharpen the edges so that it looks so details pop out way more. We can do that again. We can do sharpen again, and we can add in more and more sharpen until it breaks, and I think that looks pretty good. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Gemini and we're gonna make a new chat again, and then paste in our photo from Pinterest again, and then we put in the other prompts that from our Discord server. I copy pasted the prompt in the Discord, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy that and move that over to photopea again, and then inside photopea we're gonna scale it down and we're gonna just repeat the same process just like we did last time. Now the AI made this hood which I don't really want to add on my shirt personally. I'm just gonna go ahead and use warp to remove that. I'm gonna press B scale and then warp here, and just like that, and just move it aside, and voila, it's really good already. And just like that, we already have our side of the shirt. We're gonna take our selection tool and then we're gonna clean our excess parts again with a mask. I think that looks really good, and that looks amazing already. You can sharpen this more so that we get more and more detail. I think that looks pretty good already. Now for the top part right here, we don't need to generate a new image with AI. We could just reuse the front parts and the back and combine them together. We could do that by duplicating it. You can hold Alt and then dragging it up. Then we're gonna rotate that, and then we're gonna go ahead and do this. Now I know that looks pretty messed up, but we're gonna go ahead and fill it with a bunch of masks. So we're gonna clean up this part right here because we don't need that. We're gonna use a black brush, and to remove that, you make sure our mask is selected, and then we're just gonna remove it and then we're gonna clean up this part right here so that we can make space for our neck hole. Now to fill up the part, we're just going to use this right here. We're going to rotate it up, and then we're going to go ahead and we can use the mask to blend both images, so we can blend both of the images. Do that by selecting the mask and then adding in a soft round brush. Make sure that's white so we can reveal them. Just like that, we basically have already looking pretty good. Now a lot of people are not going to pay attention with this part anyways, this part specifically, because that's where the Roblox TED is going to be placed. So we only really need to focus on this area right here, that side. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and do the sides and arms of this outfit. So we're going to go ahead and go back to Gemini. We're going to make a new chat, and we're going to do the same thing again. Image for the sleeve, but it looks pretty bad. So user, we can still make it work. We're going to do the whole process again. We're going to rinse and repeat the process. We're going to paste that photo in. We're going to go ahead and paste that photo in. We're going to go ahead and paste that photo inside photopea. We're going to scale it down, and from here we can do the exact same process. We're going to go ahead, resize it. We can use the warp feature again right here so that we can stretch it in, so we can make it inside the sleeve. Go ahead and distort that a little, make it work. And from here, once we have that in place, we can go ahead and use the mask tool. We're going to add in our mask, and we're just going to remove the parts that we don't need. We're going to select hard round brush, make sure the color is set to black, and then we're going to clean it up like this. We're going to place it, and then for the other parts, we're just going to duplicate it, but you can hold off. We're going to play around with the mask a bit more so that we can remove these unnecessary areas. And if you think the pattern looks way too repetitive, what we do is we're going to select part and then flip it horizontally so that we can break the pattern. I like this so far. What we're going to do, since the sleeve doesn't match the color right here, we're going to do some adjustments. We're going to go ahead and group part right here, and then we're going to go ahead and add in a hue and saturation adjustment, and we're going to flip it to we're going to clip it to the folder that we just made. And then from here, we can adjust our saturation. We go a little bit more blue, and then maybe the lightness, increase the lightness a little bit to make it a little bit more dark. And now we're just going to match it as close as we can with our torso part. Now, let's go ahead, clean up, and finish off the whole out. I'm going to fill up this part right here. I'm just going to use this one right here. Maybe use a different part of our image. Go ahead and use our map. We're going to reveal part by letting white, and we're just painting. I don't know which part I'd use right now, so we're just going to test out different we're just going to test out a little bit. Maybe if we flip it, I think that looks good enough. I'm going to make a new mask so that we can have the part right here, select the part, and then add in a new mask. That looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the folder that we just made with the hue and saturation. I'm going to copy and paste it, and then we're going to move it to the other side. We're just going to move it to the other side. We can flip it horizontally by right clicking on it. And just like so, we have the arm areas finished. Now to fill up the sides, we could just reuse this photo right here. So we can just duplicate that again, and then add in our new mask. Delete the mask, and then just highlight the part, and then just like that, we finished our shirt. Now we can go ahead and merge all of this just so that we can add in some more detail. We're going to go ahead and duplicate all of them first, and then we're going to merge all of them. So we still have access to the original layers, but we have a merged version. We can turn off the template because we don't really need it, and then we can also turn off the rest of our layers just so that we can focus on this right here. Now that we have this, what we could do here is we can clean up parts right here easily. Just delete those parts. We're selecting them and then just hitting the delete, and then we can go one step further by adding in our shading. I created this custom shading inside our Discord. Again, you can join in the description. We're gonna go ahead and copy this image, and then we're gonna paste that shading over to our button. As you can see, it'll be really good. So now what we're gonna do with this shading is we're gonna flip it so that we don't have shadings come out on our design. So we're gonna right click on the shading layer and then adding in a clipping mask. And just from that, this looks 10 times better. We can decrease the opacity to add in more colors. This part is optional, but I added in some highlights to make it pop out way more using a soft round brush. To export this and actually put it on Roblox, we first have to export it as a PNG. To upload this inside Roblox, we're going to go ahead and go to the create page, and from here we're going to go to creations and avatar items. We're going to go to classics, and then we're going to press classic shirts, and we're going to upload the image right here. We can change our name. With naming your shirts, you want to name them with keywords so it's more searchable. You can also add in more keywords in the description. You can do some research on how you can do that, but I'm pretty happy with this, so we're just going to go ahead and upload this. We're going to go ahead and upload this for 10 Robux. Just like that, I uploaded this shirt on Roblox.